My very first orange is ripe, so I'm going to take you over here to pick it while I emphasize. Look at this. How cool. So cool. I want to emphasize growing your own food. This is awesome. And while I know that not everybody can grow oranges, I do believe everyone can grow something. There's a little hummingbird. Do you see it? You might not have seen it. It's incredible when you start growing trees and food, the wildlife that starts coming around, the ecosystem that starts to develop, the climate. It is so rewarding to be out in nature. Having your own food is so crucial right now because we are facing a pretty serious food system collapse, and that's probably a huge understatement. You have to start growing some food because this food security is being artificially pumped up right now, and the farmers in the Midwest have been sounding the alarm for a couple years. Every other country in the world has pretty much stopped exporting food, except for America. But that does not mean it's because we have a surplus. No, there is something else going on. And you need to do anything you can to put food on your own table from a garden, whether it's indoors or outdoors, whether it's pots, raised beds, hydroponics, aquaponics, countertop sprouting, really anything you can do. There's a ton of ways to grow food. Get some grow lights, grow indoors, use a tiny little corner of your yard. You don't need a ton of space to grow food. I have an acre and I have crammed in more fruit trees than you can imagine. Just because when you plant close, things like to grow really, things grow so happy when they are in close connection to each other. This whole idea of planting trees 15 feet apart in rows where everything is separate. They may look nice, but they're being pumped full of chemicals and fertilizer, and I don't have to fertilize that much because I let everything just do its own thing naturally. I mean, this loquat tree is cool, it's beautiful, it's huge, and I don't know, I guess maybe I'm just, I've prayed and I've been blessed, and what is it you really want? We have to start figuring out what it is we want. Do you want to be able to eat and have clean, healthy food? Because you're certainly not going to get that from corporations, ever, ever, ever. Everything labeled organic is kind of a misnomer at this point because things labeled organic and natural, it's become a marketing ploy, and the regulations are not what you think. They can still spray glyphosate on organic wheat. They spray it onto the wheat right before they harvest it to dry it out to make it easier to harvest. So with something labeled organic, it's only, I guess, grown organically, but it's not, it doesn't mean it's chemical free. It doesn't mean it's pesticide free. So if you want truly clean organic food, you have to do it yourself or team up with somebody, get a community going, have a community garden. There are ways to do this. There are people who have yards, maybe older folks who can't get out in the garden anymore. Offer them some help. Offer them to, or suggest to them to help help build up their garden, and in exchange for the food from it. You know, it's time to connect with other people and start getting back to nature. The time is now. It's imperative. And I hope you all can grow the things you love to eat. And if you can't, find someone who does and team up with them. Help them out. Get some backyard chickens. They're really not that hard. Can you see my chickies in there? Chickens are such an easy animal to raise, and you get a protein source. The eggs every day. Start thinking about this. This is a clear and present danger, and I don't even like to word it like that, but it's kind of true. And we need to start looking at our water and food resources instead of being so distracted by all the political shenanigans and the charades going on, and they want to distract you with everything under the sun except for where we should be looking. There is an agenda for full and total control over the population, the food, the water. You can go read Agenda 21. And I know this isn't what I normally upload to my YouTube, but it's just so imperative right now, and I can't stress the food situation enough. And I really just want to see everybody survive and thrive. So please get out there, start growing food, go buy seeds, collect soil now and tools and whatever you can to get yourself in a position so that you can grow food when the grocery stores don't have any more. Don't think that's possible? I I do, unfortunately. So I hope you have a good day. Go do something successful and worthwhile in nature. Talk to you soon.